build the day. Resume saved. On me. I want to build a fun project. What's a fun project to build? It won't be here, actually. It'll be at the other building. This one. The space plane hangar. Okay. What are we gonna build? We are going to try to build some... You know what? For once, I'm actually going to try and build an actual plane. Just for the fun of it. Start with one of those. Put one of those on it. And then we need some... Where's jet fuel? Jet fuel. Jet fuel does not want to connect. Why does jet fuel no work? Jet fuel. Give me jet fuel. How do I get this to attach to it? Symmetry. Snap. Why does it not want to attach? Oh, I actually want you to... Alright, fine. Start over then. Start with a basic one. And then put one of the... Why do these not work? These are supposed to work. Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 1. You have a Mark 1. Cock 2. Mark 3. You know what? We'll build a giant plane. Because why not? So the front end doesn't look all odd. That's not what I want. I need aerodynamics. Not that big of aerodynamics. Not that small of aerodynamics. I want... circular intake. I better know what those are for. Engine thingy. Engine body. I just want a nose cone. It looks so weird though. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right either though. What would look right? That doesn't look right. Why did they have to make it flat? That looks so bad. I hate that. And that just doesn't look like it fits at all. You know what? We probably need to put one of these on there anyway. Now we need fuel. Mark 3. And is this going to connect? No, it doesn't look like it. God dang it. Why isn't that... It's supposed to just snap to it, isn't it? Why is that not snapping? It doesn't want to snap. Why? Why don't you snap? Hitting every key on this keyboard. Why is this not working? I don't get it. It's just supposed to snap to the dot, and it's not working. Nothing is snapping to the dot. Why? Because of that? Nope. It doesn't want to snap. Dude, I don't know if we're going to be able to play Kerbal. This is being all buggy. It's not doing the right thing. It's not helping my rage mode either. It's just ticking me off. Yeah, it's... Why? Why do you do this? Things snap to the front of it just fine. Why won't it snap to the back? Oh my gosh. Rage mode activated. Oh my gosh, this is... Why? Why work? You know what? We'll just build a rocket car and hope that works. Tired of dealing with this. That doesn't want to snap either. Nope. Done. I'm done. No more Kerbal. Why do these things not work? I've got to know. Maybe they'll work in the normal thing. Why is nothing working tonight? The one night I want things to work right. And nothing's working right. It's not helping at all. That's not what I want. Let's build a simple rocket. Bigger rocket. Go to the pods. And I can. Structural. I know I'm doing something wrong, but at this point in time, it is not helping in the slightest bit. Ooh. Okay. Propulsion. Gonna stick a jumbo on there. Looks like our viewers went down quite a bit, but oh well. A lot of people were having lagging issues, so that's fairly normal. I'm actually going to put one more. Need is structural. There we go. Hoopler, second jumbo, then put some of these on each. Have them staggered. Go. Okay. Propulsion. Stick some the normal side. No. Put some jumbos on these. Yeah, that's the right way. Those are all nice and flat, and then we will have solid fuel boosters on the ones top. Add a set of solids bottom. Those are not going to be going off at the same time. And then we will put some extra solids outside of these. Is that even? No, that one needs to be bumped over. One more. There we go. Alright, so now we have a lot of solid fuel. If you put a mainsail right there, and then the atomics. 75. These put out 1500, 200, 215, 650. Oh, crap. Move those down real quick just so I can put the skipper engine on there. Attach that to that. Also, so we can add... Oh, don't be doing that stupid non-wanting to thing again. Everything doesn't... Oh, there we go. Put just a couple fuel tanks. Nope, it's not. On, there we go. Two should be alright. Doesn't add too much weight for the booster. We're going to put a couple more mainsails on there. Actually, I'm going to add something to the bottom of this. You're going to put a double one of those and a skipper engine. No. I want the little baby engine. No, definitely not that small. I thought it was bigger than that. Poodle! That's what we want. Yeah. And then we can put a decoupler on that. Put the main thrusters on there. Reattach these. And what I'm actually going to do is a little trick that I learned. So when these break off, they actually grip the wind and they get pulled down so they don't have a chance to be caught by any of these. Do the same. These. Now I need some wings for stability. Or actually not. not straight. Come on. There we go. Like to have some down at the bottom. I don't want to add too many. Structural wing there. And then need some of, there we go. Some of those on there. The normal sized ones on there. We are doing good. Alright. Everything looks pretty decent so far. We probably need a little bit more RCS up at the top, if I can figure out where they are. There we go. I also need to remember to add RCS fuel. That's something I always forget. I also don't need to forget the radial parachutes up at the top. Always want to put them on the lander can. F4 just for good measure. Probably don't need that much, but oh well. Going to slap some giant batteries on there. Let's see. What else do we need? Oh, actually, those have way more power. Charge 1,000, 4,000. Yeah, definitely want a 4,000. Alright. Landing, actually, mobility enhancer. Don't need 4 of these. Here's the entrance. Put that right there. The big boy. Which ones are the big boys? Not those. These are the big guys. I do want 4 of these. Want them bottom of where it's going to decouple. That would be about right here. I need another ladder now that I look at it. I need another ladder? No, that should hit the ground. That should be alright. Oh, that ladder goes right in the middle of that wing. Crap. Alright, these are gonna have to be moved over very slightly where they don't affect anything. Oh, nuts. God. There we go. Alright. That should be a straight walk all the way down. Getting those. put some of these on. About here. I wish there was a way to extend 4 of these guys. Pretty good. I'm actually going to lower the whole thing so it's a bit closer to the ground. Not too close, but close enough. Just for added stability. I've had very bad things happen before. It's really close to those solid fuel boosters. Hopefully it doesn't. Nothing happens. That looks good. I really hope that's not too much weight, because I really don't have a way to tell right now. Alright. That should get us at least in the outer space, and we will have a better recognition. Now I need to set up all of this stuff. Definitely want these to go after the rockets. Where are the mainsails? Those are those. Those are all of those solid fuels. Those down to there. That down there. Those down there. And actually going to have those go off secondary. Here, and then those are the mainsails. Yeah, I want these to go off. Hopefully our solid fuel boosters is enough to get us off of the ground. I hope. If it's not, we have a problem. All the mainsails going off at the same time. Where are our decouplers? They're there. So yeah, we are going to need our mainsails going off at the same time as these solid fuels. Those will go off. Those parachutes will go off at the same time that couplers I don't want. Yes. Parachute decouple at the same time so they don't affect the rest of the rocket. These parachutes are the ones, yeah. Career Let's Play. I don't even know how career is. I haven't tried it yet. I might eventually. But I don't know right now. Yeah, this needs to be down here. Maybe, yes, no. No, after that. That will go off at the same time that this engine goes off. And then, what are these? What? That's that, then what are these? Oh, that's right, I have the big ones and the small ones set on them. So these are the big ones. Yeah. Which means these to go off there. When, or no. When these go off. Yeah. Okay. And then, so, just running through, all of our solids and our bottom mainsails will go off. Then these will let go of the rocket, sending it upwards. Then these will break off the first solid boosters that run out of fuel. Won't break off all of them, even though they'll all run out of fuel at the same time. Seems like I need to put some decouplers on here so we can lose some weight. Yeah. I also need to put nose cones on these solid fuels. I'm doing something smart. So one here. One here. Even. Yeah. So now that these are on, if it's up to 23 now, then someone new followed and my phone didn't go off. Oh wait, my phone's dead, that's right. Forgot. So, if we did get a new follower, awesome. I only still see 22. Alright. Those are now on there. And when these... Make sure I'm looking at the right ones. Yeah, these are those. So these need to be at the same time that these are. So these all go. And then... reattach these. Ah! Where were those? These were here. I'll put them on here instead. That way I know they won't affect anything. Okay. Alright. That's now on there. Shouldn't affect anything. I do need some structural beams going from the nose cones to the top of these. So nothing wobbles around or anything like that. In fact, I will do that right now. Strut connectors. Just like that. A little bit lopsided, but it should work just fine. Gonna do the same for these. Alright. Those are now on there, nice and stable. Going to add some from the tops of the nose cone to the centerpiece right there, just for some added stability. And those top ones should be alright. Okay. Now that all that's on there, we can go back to checking everything, making sure it's alright, because I don't want to go into a next stage and it be completely backwards. That'll be bad. Alright, so all of these go off at the same time. These release. And then all of those decouple. The solid fuel boosters come off. And then when the mainsails run out of fuel, I decouple those with the parachutes, sending them off. That decouples with that mainsail fires. Actually, all of these are going to fire at that time. These are going to release these solid fuel boosters. Also sending off parachutes on them. And once those are done, this decouples when this mainsail fires. And then that's pretty much everything else should go straight forward. Now, here's the test. When I hit start button, will the thing blow up? That is something I don't want to happen, but it's probably going to. We'll just say Mun Rocket Mark 1. And we're going to save that. Hit the launch pad. Okay. Let's see if I can remember how to play. I have a feeling I've already forgotten something. I forgot RCS fuel. God dang it. Alright, I'm not launching this thing until we put that on. If it's stable when it sits on the launch pad, that's good enough for me. It's not stable at all. Way too much weight. Gotta add more stability. Jesus. That didn't work at all. What happened? That was not good. Alright, so we're gonna have to add a lot more of these. Add some on there. Add some on here. So many, Jesus. Add some on there. That looks like it's gonna hit it, but that's the only thing I've got to go on right now. After what just happened, I want to make sure this thing doesn't just crash into the thing. And while we're sitting here, I'm gonna put some RCS fuel up under the nose cone. Where's RCS fuel? Right there. I want the big tank. Big tank. That should be plenty of RCS. Yeah. That should work. I think. I don't know. I hope it works. I forgot to save. Oh well. I'll save it when this utterly fails. And then we'll have to go back to it. Hey, we're up to 6 people viewing. Thank you for coming by the stream. Be sure to hit that follow button if you are not already followed. Tonight is the marathon stream where we will be doing multiple games up until about 4 a.m. Yep, it's actually stable this time. Good. So gonna not RCS, I need SAS set on. Wait, I did put in I put an SAS module on here. I was about to say that would have been really bad. Alright, we're gonna go full throttle and get ready to launch this sucker in 3, 2, 1. And we have catastrophic failure. I'm not even gonna keep going. Alright, yeah, way too many of those things that time. They ended up hitting it on its launch. Gonna need to move some of these around. My guess is that this one was the culprit, because everything else looks like it's fairly out of the way. So I don't think it's going to hit anything. So we're actually going to add some more struts. Ah! No, put that back. Okay. So, need that. Go. Add just some those. Where's the one for... God! Kerbal, don't do this to me right now. That's not even. That looks even. Yes. Okay. That looks even. Hopefully we have enough support on there. We're about to find out. We know if it falls at the start, need more support. Or I might have to lower it. Really wobbly. Up at the top, but it is stable. Alright, so just gonna max throttle it, hit the throttle, hit the release, and hope this works. We have a successful liftoff. Awesome. And we are going at a very nice speed right now. Very nice. Very nice. Liquid fuel's overheating a little bit, so gonna turn down the throttle of the liquids a good bit. Our solids seems to be doing their job right now. I just wanted that for initial liftoff. And then once we get to about 3,000, I'm going to turn, or about 4,000 I say, we are going to start making our way to orbit. I'm actually going to start tilting it now, just so we can start getting a little bit of tilt. Sending those off. Putting in our main sails into work. SAS. Hit that. We are now going up. Overheating a little bit, but overall we're still alright. We're still doing pretty good. Yeah, our main sail in the middle is the one that's about to run out of fuel first because it doesn't have the double drums on added. I'm going to start giving a little bit more of a tilt. This is going pretty successfully. We are in the next level of atmosphere right now, so that's a good sign. Also meaning we need to start angling it a little bit more. Going to try and at least get a successful orbit out of this launch. Gonna release those. Set the new ones a go. Alright. We are making good progress. I want to see what our orbit map is looking like. We're actually not orbiting the right direction at all. Oh well. If we get an orbit, that's a success, and I can build on that. Yeah, we are almost out of our little bubble, and our orbit is increasing at a pretty nice rate. Our solid fuels are about to go out is the issue, which we will now release to decrease some of the weight. Gonna give it a little bit more of a tilt just because we are now out of the atmosphere. And try and just get a nice big orbit out of this. Yeah, I think we're going to do it. I think we are going to achieve orbit. We still have a decent amount of fuel. Our orbit seems to be increasing pretty nicely. We still have over half of our fuel. I'm going to add just a little bit more tilt to it. Right about there. We should be pretty parallel to it. Alright, we are going... Very nice. We are going to achieve orbit. Alright, so we have a vehicle that can do orbit. What I want to test now is just how much of an orbit we can get on the amount of fuel we have. So I'm going to see how big I can make this orbit go. We actually need to start even increasing our pitch even more. Just so we can get a nice tight orbit. Yeah, we are doing very nice. Our orbit is just about complete. And we have a full orbit! Awesome! Maybe if I can get the orbit large enough, I'm actually going to shut off all of our thrust now that we have orbit. I'm going to go to the map. Speed up time just a little bit. Just so we are on the other side of the orbit. And increase it on the other side because a odd orbit like that is not very normal. Wait until we get to that apex or apopsis. Right about. We're doing more of a vertical orbit, which isn't very normal, but it works, so I'll take it. Alright, we are right about now. Alright, so now we need to. There's the mun. There we are. So. Wrong way. I don't know which way I'm pointed right now. Bill and Bob are doing a dance for some reason. I guess that I need to be turned that way, I think. And then we'll do a full burn. Nope, I'm facing the wrong way. Shut off the burn. Don't want to lose my orbit. Need to flip all the way around. I forgot I can look at my map to see which way we're facing. We don't have that much fuel left, but I think we have enough just to increase our orbit a little bit. We are at a fairly stable speed right now. Right there. Perfect. Full burn, in effect. Just gonna use the rest of that fuel to increase the size of our orbit. I believe we just ran out of fuel, which we did indeed. So I'm going to release that and just send the final amount of fuel. I do have a feeling we could make it to the moon on this amount of fuel if I spent it better. I took the angle a bit too much when I was going around. If I did it at a smaller angle without that much fuel, I probably could have gone around at the right angle and used the momentum of gravity to sling me further out in a horizontal plane. A lot of scientific terms I'm spitting out that I shouldn't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, now we are getting a fairly big orbit, which I'm actually going to cut the engines, go to the map, warp speed up just a little bit, so we are on the other side. And now. And then spin our rocket all the way around. Right there, and then we'll do another burn. Check the orbit map. Increasing our orbit. Just a little bit. Give it a second. I can get it to cross paths with the mun. That would be good. So eventually we might actually crash land into the mun if I can do that right. And I'm gonna start decreasing. So it'll... Oh, we've actually already gone outside of it, so... Full decrease, gonna spin it around. I want to try and get it right on the moon's field. Yeah, we went quite a ways past it. Alright, that'll... I can't really tell the way this looks. That looks like it's pretty much a direct cross on it. So I'm going to go over to the other side and see if I can extend the orbit just a little. Or I can keep it at this. So instead of having 2 points of interacting with the moon, we'll have 1. But we're going to warp time ahead just a little bit to see if we ever do get close enough to interact with the moon. That's going a little too fast. Alright, so we're just going to speed it up maybe a couple years ahead. Or a few days it would be, I guess. Alright, I would just want to know, do we ever get close enough to hit the moon? Or at least get caught in its gravitational field? It looks like we are. Oh, that might be perfect. Yeah, it's going to pull me down very rapidly. So at this moment, we are practically touching the moon. I am going to put full reverse thrust on. And we still have enough fuel to where I can do something like that. Where's the reverse? I'm just spinning right now. I don't want to be spinning. It is. Okay. So maybe now, if I give it a little bump, actually a little bit more of a bump because we are going quite fast, then our direction should not be slinging around the moon, but should be having a fairly stable descent. It looks like our impact is going to be right around here. Which I'm going to save the rest of the fuel for. I technically could get an orbit around the moon, but that's not what I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to land on the moon, and then we are going to send another one up to start sending things to them. But I would like a bit of a easier descent, but at least we will not be landing on the dark side. So that is good. Going to speed up time just a little. Don't want to do it too much because I'm going to have to full reverse thrust it here in just a sec. About now. We are still going quite fast. I want it to where we don't have any sideways movement. We are doing a full reverse burn. See, Kuda, I got better at this game. I learned stuff. I watched so many Let's Players play this. I finally got to the hang of, I might actually know what I'm doing. It's surprising, even for me. We are almost, once we get to about 30, is when I'm gonna try and cut it. Yeah, our thing's starting to move now. Start slowing it down so this is a little easier to control. You want that to be right in the center. Right there. Now we are doing a little bit. Going to activate the RCS. Actually, not just quite yet. I'm going to let it get a little closer. So we are going to check our orbit map. Speed up time just a little. Hey, Kuda, I think we're going to get a successful landing. Just got to be very careful. But I'm not going too fast, which I'm going pretty fast right now. So we're going to start slowing down just with a very light burn so that we are decreasing our speed. I wish Jebediah could have been here to see this. But we have Bob and Bill instead, which are the other two original Kerbals, but they're not as good as Jebediah. I'll tell him I said that. Jebediah will always be my favorite. Alright. We're at 19,000 and steadily decreasing speed and altitude. And we still have a decent amount of fuel left, so I think we're going to have enough fuel to land. As far as taking back off, not quite sure, because normally you want to have a second main booster when doing something like that, just to propel yourself enough. I'm actually going to decrease throttle just a little. Just so about every 200 meters we go down, we lose about a meter per second. We have it looks like a fairly nice flat area that we're going to be landing in. Bill's pretty happy. Bob's a little worried right now. Actually, he looks mortified, but Bill's having a good time. This looks like it's going to be my first and one of my only. Yeah, Jebediah is going to be the one to bring them stuff. We are at 9,000 meters and just about 70 meters per second descent and declining. Hello, Gardener Hartco. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a little bit of Kerbal on our marathon stream tonight, going until about 4 a.m. Central Standard Time. And just having some fun, playing some different games, talking to people. Late night, Friday night. We played some Team Fortress 2, a little bit of Gary's Mod. Probably going to go back to Gary's Mod here in not too long. Play some Battlefield 4, and we're actually drifting right now. I don't want to be on that ridge. Alright, we are just about at 25 meters per second. It's getting down to about 6,000 meters. Now they are both pretty happy. At about 1,000 meters is when I'm going to deploy the landing gear. Which, I can't remember what button it is. Oh, we are actually just hovering right now. I don't want to be hovering. Yeah, the moon wind is starting to take effect. I think that's a thing. Try and get that back to where it's nice and level with the moon. If I can get it right. I'm actually going to decrease throttle a little bit so we have a little bit of fuel. Okay. We are steadily decreasing. Looks like we have enough fuel in order to land. Not the most... Well, we should be alright as far as our location. Gonna be a little odd. I want to try and keep it away from that ridge as much as possible, but we are already too far in to do anything about that. Alright, I think it's time to deploy landing gear. And up. We're going back up. Come on. Over the legs. There we go. Alright, our landing gear has been deployed. Decrease our speed a little bit. want it to be going at a fairly... oh, there we go. That's the rate I want. I want it to just stay right there. Just so when we get to the bottom, I can do a quick little tap of the burn. How's our location look? Our location looks alright. A little bit on an angle, but hopefully it won't be too bad. We're going at a very desirable speed right now. Now we're getting a little bit of sideways motion here, but... oh! Come on, don't. Be okay. Just survive. That's all you have to do. The rocket might be gone, but... hey. The guy survived. That's why we're having Jebediah bring them stuff. Alright, so... I think we have successfully landed. Might be a little bit difficult taking off again, but I'm going to send Jebediah in a second ship to go and help our fellow Kerbal men. Kerbin. We're just sliding down the hill right now. That's not the most desirable. I'll see if I can get them flat so they quit moving. Alright, so here's our plan. 1. We need a new rocket to be able to go and get them. That can hold them, plus the other 2. 2, we need a rover, just in case we land somewhere else, that can hold 3 Kerbal. So we can go and get them and bring them back to the working spaceship. 3, hopefully these guys can get out of this. Alright, it looks like they can. So, we are on the moon. Sort of technically. That wasn't going to be able to take off from the moon anyway, so it wasn't my biggest concern. And now that I'm looking at this, this was much more of an angle than I thought. Because it looked fairly flat from when I chose the landing location. That probably would have been better suited. So I probably could have hovered over and done a little better, but my time was not the best thing in the world. But we are on the moon. That is somewhat successful. And then I don't see that thing being able to take off ever again. So hopefully Jebediah can succeed in his rescue mission to go pick up Bob and Bill. Yeah, I think that works. So we're going to go to the Space Center. I definitely don't want to revert flight because we got him up there. And this was a test. So now we have to go save the Kerbin that are way over there. So, Alright, we have our rocket that worked fairly well. This got our guys to the moon. And I said that this would easily get to the moon without any issues and get back off of it if I hadn't have wasted so much fuel in a bad orbit, which is what happened last time. If I aim it in the right direction when the moon is in the right location, then I can sling right around to the Earth without using much fuel at all and get caught in the moon's orbit. If that happens, I can sort of position it a little bit better. But the issue with this rocket is there's not much room to put the add-ons that we need to go and rescue the Kerbals without adding a lot of stuff to the top of it, which might be something we have to do. I don't want to, but it looks like it's going to be one of our only options. So now what we're going to do is save this one. And then exit and go and build our rover. And I know they have pre-made ones, but I don't like using the pre-mades. They're not very fun to use. So we're going to go to the... Actually, we'll have to make it in the normal building area because it won't let me attach space planes that I know of to your rockets. So... will it even allow you to add a separate assembly to your rocket? I don't know. What are these buttons? I don't think you can. So I'm going to have to build one off of our current rocket. Where's our... oh, there it is. And I'm also going to have to figure out a new landing situation so that even if there is just a little bit sideways momentum, that we can control it fairly simple. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to remove the nose cone, and this is where we're going to put our rover. The rover, hopefully, will be in a way that I can decouple it and then drive it off of the top of the rocket when the rocket is landed. Because I don't see of a way to actually be able to put it underneath the way we have it, but we'll worry about that in a minute. So, our goal is to build, where is it at? Utilities. Not in utilities. It is in structural. Yes. A rove mate. A bit small. I actually need to put the decoupler that it's going to be sitting on. I can. I know. I normally forget that. I apparently cannot use that to decouple it. So where is one of the radial decouplers? I know those tend to work better. That's not what I want. A stack decoupler. Miniature detachment utility for small rockets and space probes. What's that? Radio attachment. Quad stack separator. What can I use? That might work. And put... I don't want to add too much weight to this is the problem. Where's the small radio decoupler? There we go. Can I attach? I can. That is now on there. And that should give us enough space to put wheels on. Hopefully. And whatever rover I design here, I'm actually going to take it to the spaceplane hangar first. I'm going to rebuild it there. Just so I can make sure that it does end up working right. Hopefully there's a small enough wheel. Giant, jeez. Ah, those work. That's what we want. Right there. And one like that. Hopefully that works the way we want it to. I hope. Mark 1 is 2. Let me read these really quick. Crash tolerance 20 or 50. Yeah, we're probably going to want one with 50. Hopefully they're... Oh, they're giant. But actually that might work. Hopefully. Yeah, that should work alright. And something I've learned throughout my time in doing this is that having a way to tilt yourself over is quite effective. One of these. Just in case a flip or something like that happens, using one of these to prop up yourself up and over is very effective. If you like flip the buggy, just having one of these just like that can sometimes, if it's in the right position, flip it back over, especially on the lighter gravity of the moon. So I'm going to try it and hopefully it works. We're actually going to add a ladder just because that looks like it's going to be a little tall, just so they can get up on it. And we need a pod that is going to be able to hold all of them. I don't want something that big. Where's one that can hold crew capacity 1, crew capacity 1, 3, 1, a lander can. If I put an external mobility or one of these on there, I might be able to actually put multiple on there. Yeah, I'm going to try that. I'm just going to have it to where it... They're not going to be in this thing to begin with. So as long as they're there and usable, hopefully that doesn't cause any issues, them being like that. Okay. That is going to be able to hold our 3 Kerbals. I probably won't send Jebediah out on this because I think I won't be able to control it unless he's in it. So he will have to get in it in order to control it, which is okay. But now we need some... I think it needs a battery on there as well. So that's quite a giant battery. But how much does that hold? 200,000. Too big. I'm just going to put a couple of these here on the sides, so we make sure we have enough. If we have to drive all the way across, that won't be very good. And I think these power the wheels, or maybe the RCS fuel powers the wheels. I'm not sure. Either way, hopefully they'll come in handy. I'm going to add a nice big illuminator onto the front. Alright, now we have a... just want to lower that a little. There we go. That shouldn't affect anything now. Facing upwards, but should be alright. I wonder if I can do that. Yes. That's what I want right there. That'll be perfect. Okay. What are those? Those are panels. Generators. Don't need those. Hitchhiker storage container. Whoa, don't want one of those. Alright, now we need our propulsion. Going to put... Can I put that there? Apparently I can. I don't think that's right, though. Monopropellant. Wait, oh, that's really big. More monopropellant. A little big. Way to put it up under it, maybe? Well, that should be alright. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Oh, wait, here we go. Wait, how much do these hold? That one holds 10. That holds... Wait, Torodio fuel tank. That's not what I want. I need RCS fuel. So that wouldn't have even worked. Alright, so that holds 50. That holds 100. That holds 750. And it said I could put it like that. I mean, we'll try it. Just in case, though, we'll have one that sits... I want them to still be able to get to their seats. So, hopefully they can jump over it. Alright, that should be good. I'm now going to go rebuild this in the spaceplane hangar, just to make sure that it functions properly. I'm going to save this. Go into the spaceplane, recreate that rover, just to make sure that it works the way that I want it to. Or technically, I could recreate it in the rocket so it looks and performs just the way it would. That's what I'm going to do, because the space planes seem to... When you build them, they act a little differently. So if I do it in the main rocket vehicle assembly, then I should be able to see how it would act as if it were launching on the vehicle rocket. Not actually use... I need some form of pod, so... Structural. Rovmax. I'm going to start off with the wheels. Just the way I attached them before. Actually, move this so it's actually on the ground. Just so it doesn't try and fall on me when I actually spawn it in. Alright. And then we had one of these. No, we had one of these. Just like that. One of these. Sitting right on top of it. Just like that. Yeah. And then we had our batteries. Gudo, you have no faith in anything I do. Alright, those are now on there. We had our flipper. We had one of them. Just like that. Well, it's actually attached to the rover, but it'll serve the same purpose, just like that. And then we had our illuminator. Like so. And then our control seats. I don't know if it will or not. Like, if it allows me to put it there, I think it will work. So, I'm hoping at this point. I want it to work, but like I said, that's why I have the other one. Even if that doesn't work, maybe something will. I don't know. This one's not actually going to have a pilot. And I'm just going to save this as... We're just going to see... Oh. Yeah, I guess we have to have some form of thing to be able to control it, so... How big are these? That's pretty big. That's not very big at all. I can put that on there. What is that? Hopefully that's the right thing. I want this to work. I really do. Because if this works, then that means the one on our main rocket will work. And then all will be good. I think we have a working rover, gentlemen. And ladies, if you're watching the stream. That seems to be, that's easily controllable. It doesn't look like it's going to have any issues. Going down the ramp, pretty nice. Taking turns pretty well. Alright, let's try our flip system. Our flip system is not adequate enough. I need something with a little bit more force, so I'm going to try a different system for that. And then we should be pretty good. That worked pretty well. I've got to make sure that flip system works before I send it off. That way, just in case it happens in space, we're not completely out of luck. So I need a system that works like at least 80% of the time. So maybe it's a little bigger. Actually really big. That's actually going to send it the wrong way. Is that hitting the ground? Yeah, that's definitely hitting the ground. Alright, so what we'll do in that sense is structural, the small I-beam. We'll have that there. Then have this where it's high enough. Just about like that. Alright. Now we'll try that. I really want this to work. Got a little bit more weight to it. It's a little bit more sluggish. But still controls pretty well. Still doing alright. Alright, now for the flip test. I can flip it. Need to get a little bit of speed. And then just do this. Okay, so this is what it would be like if we were flipped. Let's test her. No, we need to put it actually on the other side of that, and that should work perfectly. Alright. It's gonna look really weird, but that's all I've got right now. Technically, that breaks the laws of physics. I don't know, maybe we can... Still breaks the laws of physics. So, what about putting it possibly on the back? That might work. That might work. A little bit, really, it's actually really weird looking, but if it works, it's a success. Hopefully it just doesn't make me do a wheelie right off the bat. Because before it was somewhat in the center of the system. Let's try the forward test. Yeah, it's wanting to pull it back a little bit. The front wheels don't have as much traction. They're spinning quite a bit, but it's not making it do a wheelie, which is good. A little bit more unstable. Alright, and flip test. Oh! I just broke it. Yeah, okay. So yeah, on the moon, we are definitely going to have to be careful. But we're also not going to be able to be moving at that speed, and there's not going to be that much gravity. So I have to take that into effect. What if I had it just like that? To where the I-beam would take the force. Good. How long have I been playing Kerbal? I need to make sure I keep an eye on the time, because I mentioned that I wasn't going to be playing any game more than about an hour, hour and a half on tonight's stream. We're going, and flip test. Dadgummit, I'm still hitting it. Wait a sec, RCS. Oh, that's what you were talking about. You're just talking about using a thruster to, like, on the moon to flip yourself over. Let me know if I'm right on that. Is that what you're talking about? Roll. You saw what was going on TF2. I wasn't putting up with that crap. Alright, I'm trying that now. I'm gonna see how those controls work. Just so I can know. It probably won't do it on Earth, because it's not gonna have enough thrust, but on the moon. If I can at least see it try and help it a little bit, then I'll know for a fact that it'll work. This actually looks like a decent rover, though. This is one of the better rovers that I've ever built. It's a whole lot easier to control than the centipede that I built. Right, and flip test. RCS on. It's not budging at all, but that would be how I would have done it if I had flipped. There's not a lot of thrust there. And I don't know if it's because of the giant thing of fuel that we have on there. Kuda, do you know if the wheels go on RCS fuel, or do they just go on batteries? Let me know. If they go on RCS fuel, I'll have to keep the big drum. If they just go on the batteries, then I will get rid of the big drum to decrease weight and instead replace it with 2 of those 400 batteries instead of 4 of the 100s. So I will have 800 power, and then I should only need enough fuel to power these only if I flip. So let me know what you think on that. That's not really any thrust out of those on Earth, but I can't tell if they would actually work. They do go on batteries. Alright, so I'll remove that, keep that there, remove these, put 2 of the big batteries on here. And then that should decrease quite a bit of weight. We'll try that now and just see if I can get a little bit of budge out of the RCS modules. If I can at least see that it's moving the cart at its slightest, then I will know that they should work. Hopefully. You never tell if it's in space, but if it's some notification. This thing actually controls pretty decently. And just to see if on the ground, not really getting anything out of that. It is good that we are still getting RCS fuel boost. Still not getting any budge out of that, so we might need to add some more RCS thrusters. That'll be the next step. Because hopefully I plan on not flipping more than 2 or 3 times at the most. Which, I mean, say anything really. We're going to add some to here. Open a go. Then we will also add 2 back. Right now we are pretty much at the max RCS because we do not have a lot of fuel to use a lot of RCS. Try and put more on the front. When the RCS goes off, it might burn some Kerbals, but I don't feel weird at least. Just play this the rest of the stream. Good, I can't do that. I can only play Kerbal so long, and even though it's something that you want to watch, I mean, you're my mod. I've got to do what other people want to watch, and as you can see right now, we are not getting a lot of viewers off of this game, so I do plan on having to change games here probably after I try the next... Oh! What blew up? One of our batteries. Oh, dang. Alright, so I'm going to have to position that, but now... RCS test. It is budging. I don't know if that's enough of a budge to call it. Just in case of a flip, moving those down underneath the wheelbase will fix that problem. And remove these ones off of the front, because it looked like it was trying to. I can't say for a fact that it did. I'm actually gonna... I might know of a way to fix this. I'm gonna put this... up here. Kerbal is one of those games where I enjoy it, but it's just one of those games that I can't play constantly. I do get bored of it just because it's one of those games that frustrates me. Right now, I'm going pretty good and everything's sort of working, but normally when I play it, nothing ever seems to work and I get frustrated at it. And I know the whole reason you want me to play it is because you don't have it. That's sort of obvious. Fit one more right there. Yes. That should be enough to just, for when I do a full boost over, then I can just flip it. Hopefully, that's how this is going to go. We're going to test that. I want enough of a budge to where I can confirm it. If I can confirm it, then we're going to space. At least with this model. I've just got to remember all the changes I make to this so I can make them to the other one. Okay. Then I also need to make sure those batteries are at a good height. Oh, and we're flipped. Activating RCS. All of those ones are pushing down. These are pushing up. So if I remove these and having all of those push downward, then we should be able to have enough. Then it's just a single flip from all the ones on one side, pushing it. Ah! I just clicked out of my screen. I'm actually going to move these batteries forward. I have to do it in a single mode so that I can put some more RCS modules on the back. That way it also gives it a little bit more front heaviness. So it might bend over that and flip it. That's the theory, at least. As long as it's on the back side, they should all work the same. Why would you just walk under... Stupid Kerbal. Okay. That is 6 thrusters on one end of it. That should hopefully If that's not enough, then I'm just going to have to take it up there and hope for the best. Everything in this game takes so much time. That's why career mode, I want to make sure I get good designs before I even try and do career mode. Because I'll go bankrupt at the start. And flip test. Ah! What'd we lose? What'd we just lose? Oh, we lost our fuel. Crap, no. Yep. Ah, dang it. Revert to launch. I'll worry about fixing that in a second. That didn't happen any other time, and that fuel's been in the same position. So we're just going to revert, and hopefully it doesn't happen this time. And, well, we lost a wheel, but that's not what this test is about. We're still not getting any budge. We're actually only getting 2 thrusters. Or no, we're getting all 4. Plus those ones in the back. But we're not really getting any other form of movement, so that's as much thruster as I'm going to be able to put on this thing. I'm not going to be able to do anything other than that, so we're just going to have to hope for the best. Really, as long as I go slow, I'm not too worried about flipping, because it's really if I just make a quick turn, but I also don't know how it's going to control on the moon. The mun. Like, I can easily continue going straight and then, like, make little baby turns and stuff like that, and it's not going to flip. I can even do hard turns, and it won't flip. It's just if I'm going really fast and make a turn, which I don't know why I would need to on the moon, then I shouldn't have a problem. Like, I'm going over these bumps pretty nice, and it's handling everything really well, so flipping is not of the greatest concern. We just lost we lost all those thrusters in the back from that, but I definitely won't be trying to do any jumps on this rescue mission. I might try and send another rocket up later with one of these rovers and just have some fun with it once I get a working flippable model. But with this one, I'm just going to have to take the risk. We've got to go get those Kerbals. So I'm going to look over this design, make sure I noted any changes. We took out the big thing, added the RCSs, moved this to the front, put that on the front, exchanged these for big batteries, and that was all the changes. So now we are going to load the Mun Success Attempt 2. And then going to make the changes to our rocket, or our rover. This gets removed. That gets removed. These get removed. That gets removed. This gets moved to the front. And even if the rover doesn't work, I don't think Kerbans die from starvation. Hopefully. That'd be bad. So, if the rover does not end up working or it gets stuck, then I'm just going to have to walk with the 2 lost Kerbals one at a time, just going towards the rocket and trying to fix it that way. I'm going to see how many I can fit on here. Might be able to fit more than what I thought. Might be able to stick 5 on here. Which looks like I can. Can I do any more than that? Can. So I'm not going to worry about putting those on the sides. Those really didn't doing anything. I really want to have this even. Come on. Come on. This more over that way. Can move that one a little over this way. Now we have all of those just ready to flip it. That should be the best scenario. Make sure we put those batteries on here. Need those. And I believe that was all the changes we made. I didn't actually think to try out the illuminator. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll just have to hope. We're not on the dark side of the moon, so hopefully we don't land this one on the dark side of the moon. Alright, yeah, that should work. Pretty nice. Just a quick little flip. Oh, I have high hopes for this. Don't fail me, please. Alright, so what we want to do... These will actually get deleted. Once the rocket, or once this thing is actually decoupled. Actually go over to the other side, so I'm going to put another one here. There we go. Just in case. We have a rover strapped to the top of our rocket. And if worst comes to worst, and things start happening, I'm going to set it so that this thing decouples and hopefully doesn't blow up. I just realized something. Well, the RCS, never mind. I can land it, and then I can push it up over. And Kuda, you are right. I do need to change out the can here. Move that there. Move that whole thing here. That there and that there. We're going to replace it with a new pod. Where's one of the ones that only holds one? There we go. And then we're going to put that and a... Where's the hitchhiker can? That's what I need. Utility. Hitchhiker storage container. Awesome. That is now on there. Second thought. Is there a different one? That looked weird. Crew capacity. Lander can. Lander can. You know, and I'll just have to deal with looking weird for a little bit. We definitely want to make sure this is on 4. Goes just like that. Put these here. Just like that. Alright. So now we have our ridiculous looking rocket. Our landing situation. That is another thing we wanted to think about. Or I can just try and have a better landing next time. I really don't want to risk that, but... There's a button that's a hotkey to activate all of your landing gear at once. If you guys know what it is, let me know. Because I plan on maybe putting some more landing struts on this. But I want to be able to activate them all at once. Before I launch that, I'm actually going to test something that involves these. So I'm going to go to the launch thing. I just want to test something with these landing gears. G. I'll try that. I'm not launching just yet. I just want to make sure that the landing gear is situated in the right orientation, or if I have to move them up or down a little bit. Because I want them all to be flat. How do I... Oh crap. Wrong button. Not that solid fuel burnout. Alright. G. It is not G. L perhaps? No. Oh, nope. Those are upside down. I will have to move those over. Okay. I couldn't remember if those flipped upside down or not. I knew the big ones did. These need to get turned upside down. Try that again, and this time I do not touch space. And I will look up on Google what is the hotkey. I used to know it and I forgot it because I haven't played Kerbal seriously for a very long time. This is the first time I've done it in a long time. So, over those, lower these. The same. That's almost perfect. That actually is perfect. I'm calling that perfect. Alright, so... yeah, that should work. Okay, good. Alright, and I'm gonna pull up Google, because Google is my friend. Kerbal, space program, landing, gear, hotkey. It's supposed to be G. It did not work for me, so that means something in my controls got messed up. Whatever I just did. Crap. God. Don't tell me I just did what I just think I did. Son of a... crap. Please be easy to fix. Please be easy to fix. Thank God I fixed it. I didn't save. That was about to be really bad. Okay. What have we added? We added the decoupler for... Not that. These are supposed to be last. Alright, going through the stages just to make sure nothing got messed up. These all go. Check. These release. Check. These are all going. A Skype. I do indeed have a Skype. My Skype, I don't necessarily release that to the general public unless it is based on a clan acceptance into our gaming community clan, which the main game is Minecraft, but we play a bunch of other games too, like what I'm doing. But I do have one. I just normally don't release that. It's just a personal preference of mine. I release just about everything else. Just Skype has been a little buggy lately. Where is this one going to? That's going to that. Okay, good. Kuda, if you are still watching, talk to Kento. You can talk to Kuda. He is another, can't really say leader anymore, but yeah, add Kuda and he will get you set up on that. Alright, those. I do not want that to release at the same time. That should be the second to last thing. You gave your leader position up to... yeah, you're still a leader, but... You technically gave it up to Major. Oh, yeah, you're right on that. You are still a prosperous captain. Are you a leader? I can't even remember anymore. I'm a branch leader, a prosperous leader, soon to be probably prosperous stabilizer, and who knows what else. I run half the clan, or possibly more than that, so. Jade practically leads all the Minecraft stuff. I do all the other games. I'm the event setter-upper thing. Those go. And these release after they're done. That fires. That fires. When that's released, then once that's going, we will land, drop that, take back off. Oh, how are we gonna do that? Alright, we should be alright. I just gotta be more careful about stuff. Crew. Jebediah! No, Dugan. Jebediah will be the one to go and save them. Okay. This action groups now. Don't want to worry about that. Just got to be careful about this rover. And everything else should look right. We're going to call this the 3. Save it. And launch it. Alright, this is going to be the last launch of the night for Kerbal. My goal is at least to get to the moon. If we have a safe landing, then we will continue back during another stream, or I will record a video and it will be on my YouTube, Decode Gaming, which I post the streams and a few other things too. Alright, it is nighttime. I don't want it to be nighttime, so I'm going to make it day. Daytime is better. Just about there. Which way are we facing? We're facing right out. And then I need to do a hard cut going along this plane. Let's see if that's the sun. I need to do a little math real quick. There's the sun. It is on the same horizontal plane as the moon, which our guys are at. So it's going around. Then if I start either going towards the sun, then we are looking at the vertical axis along the map, which is going to be the way that I need to turn. So using these wings just like that. We're actually swaying quite a bit. That might be the camera. I don't know. The rocket is swaying a little bit, but... Okay. So... we're going to be wanting to turn that way. We're going to activate the SAS. We're going to be going at a full throttle. Jebediah is ready. Let's do this in 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Alright, as soon as we get to about 500, I'm going to cut mainsail throttles down halfway to conserve fuel. As soon as we get to 2,000, I'm going to shut them all the way off until we run out of solid fuel. Then they will become our main thruster. And about now, cutting the mainsails. We are still gaining altitude. We are losing speed. So I want to keep that at a stable momentum. So I'm going to raise the throttle just a little bit. Don't want to be losing speed as we are trying to get away from the atmosphere. Once those cut off, I'm going to go into a full burn. You've done the recruiting? I'm the one streaming. You're just the one that's adding them in. Alright. We now release those to get rid of some weight. At about 5,000 is when we are going to start cutting to the direction that we want. Right now. Oh. I just completely cut throttle. Oh, nuts. Pull back. Pull back. I got distracted. Oh, we're going to have to redo. I just wasted a lot of fuel right there. Yep. We are having to revert that just because I messed up. I hit C, and apparently C cuts all of your gas. It cuts every single bit of thrust that you have, and that is not good. I don't even do these streams for recruiting, Kuda. People just ask to be in it, and as long as I mention it. Right, there's the moon. Make me daylight. Make it day. Daylight? Okay. And... oh, I'm not going to crash it. I'm trying to do this fairly quickly because I'm going to be going to a different game here shortly. Once we get a landing on the moon, hopefully we can get with this launch. I do like that I know now that the C, you don't ever want to push C unless it is a dire emergency. Alright, in 3, 2, 1... okay, we have liftoff. And I'm actually going to keep the main sails going until we reach about 200 meters per second instead this time. Now, you can't cut solid fuel, but I wasn't using solid fuel during that. And hello, Major. We are being a little wobbly. So I'm going to cut mainsail throttle down. Don't want to be losing speed. So I'm actually going to keep it at half throttle. The clan right now is only PC. Not really many of our other guys use consoles. I have one. I have an Xbox. Kuda has a PS3. But yeah, most of it is used over Skype. Why are we getting so much wobble right now? Oh, what is going on? We have no control over anything. What? Why is our wings not doing jack squat? Our wings just don't work. That is concerning. Alright, we're gonna try something. How did I launch it last time? It was a straight up launch. At 5,000, I tilted it, and then I kept tilting a little bit more, but we were not tilting at the right angle. So with this one, I'm just gonna do it in the night skirt this time. I know it tilts that way. That's why. I was using the wrong angle adjusters for that. That goes that way. I don't want to be going that way. I need to be going left and right. So this time I'll have it positioned facing north. I realize they're winglets, but they're the only ones that ever seem to work. I can never get any other thing to work, and because I'm doing this, it's controlling the rover right now, so you can see the wheels are turning up on the top. Oh well. Alright. 3, 2, 1. We are airborne. Need to make sure I keep it on the horizontal plane this time, and I don't need to touch the W or S keys when I'm making my turn like I was doing before, because I always think it's like by angle that your camera is facing, and I always forget that, and it messes me up every time. We are steadily climbing. Now going to start angling. A little bit off angle, actually. And we are going way too much! Oh my gosh! Alright, yep. I'm gonna have to swap the wings over. They're not providing enough support. It wasn't doing this during the last takeoff for some reason. Just gonna toss all these wings out. Put some real wings in there. Delta Deluxe wings. They normally work pretty well, but I need tail fin. Delta wing. It's for a space plane, isn't it? High lift. I don't need lift. That's for one of the planes. I guess I do need lift, so we'll just do the Delta Deluxe. Wait, is that a winglet? That's a winglet. Dang. So Delta wing. I'm gonna put it here. Right there. Sort of. Oh, nuts. That's right in the middle of the ladder. I forgot about that. That's why we had to move them the last time. So we'll stick them right there. That's out of the way of the landing gear. Actually, I need to raise them up. They are completely out of the way of the landing gear. Alright, those are now on there. Put some more down here. Just like so. Hopefully that doesn't hit anything on its way out. That looks like it should be much better able to control. We're going to save that and launch it. I'm just trying to be able to... You can give me suggestions, and that's fine. We don't have too much left. I'm open to suggestions right now, but we're probably not going to be playing too much of Kerbal here in a little bit, because I've been playing it now for quite a bit of time. Which way is the moon? Is that way. So I want to be facing this way. And that. Launching. Have the RCS going too. It's because I always forget that I have the... Oh, you actually mentioned the hitting R for the RCS. I normally forget to do that. Normally I only use the RCS fuel for when I'm landing, and that's where it tends to mess me up. Gonna get a little bit of an angle here. Or it's going to completely cause me another full tip over. I can't even do a little bit right now. Okay, I've realized what I need to do. I can't tilt until those solid fuels are gone completely. That's just going to keep happening. Bad things are happening. Alright, so goal. Tilt as soon as these solid fuels are off, then I can kick those off, and then we should be alright. So, going. I know a lot of people who play console for the very same reason. It's probably the most common reason people will choose console over PC, because PC, yeah, it costs money. I'm not going to say that it doesn't. I was a big console gamer until my friend got me into PC, and I eventually needed a good computer for my college major that I'm in, which is a mechanical engineer. I do a lot of 3D design with modeling and stuff like that, so I needed a better computer. I had to save up, and I bought a better computer. But then it also opened me up to better games, which I haven't really played my Xbox in almost a year, if that tells you anything. I do still love console games, and I think consoles are great. Exclusives mainly are the only reason why I still have an Xbox, and why I would buy an Xbox One, just because I will always be a Halo person, and Forza. I mean, I grew up on those games. So that's something that is always going to be a part of me. Here we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. Not the best position, but I'll take it. And we're still tilting. I don't want to be tilting. There. Stay just like that. My globe is all over the place right now. Alright. We do have boost. And now we are going, once again, all over the place. I want to try and keep on that original orbit, which don't know if we're going to be able to, because this thing has a mind of its flipping own. We're out of liquid fuel. Oh my gosh. This rocket just does not want to work. And I didn't change anything except putting a rover on top of it. So now we're not going to have enough fuel to send it in the right direction. I don't see us going to the moon at all. I probably am top heavy. That is something I probably need to fix, but I had a launch that worked so beautifully. And then I'm not sure what happened. I need to be checking my orbit map right now, though. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have enough. I don't think we're going to have enough fuel to actually get into the Earth orbit. I had such a perfect launch when that first launch I got up there, and now I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I realize I'm top heavy. Links are not allowed. I have those turned off, other than a mod posting it. Well, I'm going to see how this goes and at least see if I might be able to get an orbit out of this yet, because I still have one more thruster located here, which is pretty much what got me to the moon last time. So I might be able to do it. Not saying that I will, but I've got a little bit of fuel left. Be lining that up. So just like that. What's our orbit map at? We almost have a full orbit right about now. Okay. So we're going to get that getting expanded. We're a little bit off course, so I'm actually going to cut fuel for a final wrap so I can get back on track. That is our target. How do I add a maneuver? Add maneuver. I want to have it to where it's on track with pretty even, just like that. Okay. And then I am right here. So to speed up time just a little bit until I can staging. If I want to pull that off, I need to be... Is it going towards the purple or going towards the blue that I want to do? I can't remember. It's the pink or purplish. Off. Be spinning. And there. It's a little bit off, but that should be a little closer to what I'm trying to achieve. Turning to the blue. Alright, I've got one saying pink and one saying blue. How do I get it lined up to the straight at your target? Okay, so blue is to get it to where it's along this orange dotted line, and pink would be... What would pink be? Let me know. Okay. I just want to know what lines me up on this orange dotted line. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's all I'm trying to figure out right now. Blue. Okay. I need to turn this thing around. If I can. If it'll let me. Maneuver node. Okay. Where is the blue at is the question. Oh, there it is. Right there. Okay. So we are now on the blue. Dude, I asked them for help. I can't really answer a call right now. Just because I'm actually not on my Skype at the moment, just for streaming quality purposes, because when I have my Skype open, it tends to lag a little bit. Estimated burn at 1 minute. Oh, that one's out. That's why. On blue dot. $13, $12. I'm trying to get to the moon because I had a successful launch that got 2 Kerbals stuck there, and I'm trying to go rescue them. So that would be goal 1. So far, so good. Sorry I'm not reading right now. I'm just trying to concentrate. If I look away, I have a feeling I will screw up. Get back on track. And... Alright, that's... I'm guessing. Whoa! We're even more off now! What the heck? I thought you guys going to blue would help you! That just made me even more off! Did I go to the wrong blue? Is there 2 blues? Crap! I just wasted a whole lot of fuel on that. Oh my gosh. There is 2 blues, isn't there? Oh, that looks like the same one, the same symbol. What the heck? Why did it put me off on even a crazier orbit now? I'm trying to get on this line, not freaking go vertical. What the hell? Wait till the node. Time countdown. I don't think that was mentioned around this way, so... Alright, so if I want to... Isn't on your orbit, delete the node. How do I delete node? Using this? No. Get rid of that. Where is the node? What node? That node? No. That node. I don't know what you're talking about. That thing? Oh, that thing. How do I delete it? Is the question. Just like that. Okay. Okay, so I've done that. Now, still in an orbit. Good. Now that I've deleted that, what is my next step? I'm gonna drink some more drink. This is probably the first time I've ever played Kerbal seriously. Normally I'm building hovercrafts and other things. The building aspect is what I liked about it. But for once I actually wanted to do something. Click add maneuver. Okay, so I want to do a place near me so I'm not waiting forever. Not that. It is not cream soda, it is Pepsi. Caffeine free because it was all we had. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I just noticed that. How do I delete it? I forgot how to delete them. Move it? I can move it. Can. I want it near the axle. Think. Yes, that is what I want. Okay, I'm learning somewhat. That looks like we are on par with meeting with the moon's orbit. Okay. That is what we were trying to do. You guys said something about a timer. Guessing that's in the staging area. Node in 20 minutes. So yeah, that's what you guys were talking about. I did notice that, and I did not know what it was for. In the time when it comes, we want to be set on the blue dot and wait for that timer when we reach it. So we're gonna speed up time just a little. Funny thing is, I'm figuring this thing out like right before you guys are telling me in chat. So I do appreciate your guys' help. It's helping me through this. Alright, at about 30 seconds is when I want to... Oh! And... so that is now going... Okay. I think I'm doing this right. Burn time 30 seconds. Okay. Then the rest will just be expanding on the axle. What I did the first time was I had a vertical orbit, and I just waited until I was close enough to the moon to where I got caught in its orbit, and then I landed. That's all I did last time. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heading burn. Alright, so what does our orbit look like now? Alright, we are practically there. I'm going to start expanding. We're a little bit off, but it's good enough to say we can start expanding. Because I don't need to waste too much fuel. My goal was to get off of the moon when I got there, but looks like I might get Jebediah stuck up there too. So what we want to do is wait until here. Actually, no. Yeah, there. So we can start... No, we want to wait until the other side. That's wrong. So here is when we want to start expanding. Nope, not contracting. So I want to be caught. Practically in that orbit. And then once we get here, we can start expanding that other side if we have enough fuel, which we should, hopefully. It's a little bit up, so what we can do is... That's pretty much probably as close as we're going to get it. Yeah, just like that. And decrease it just a little bit so we're right on it. I'm learning as I go. Hopefully I can remember this the next time I decide to play. So, we are now cutting into that. Okay. Speed up time. Why did it just... Wait, are we... Oh crap, don't tell me we're actually cutting back into the atmosphere. Yeah. I forgot we're getting a little too close to the Earth. I needed to push out a little more. We're going to burn for just a second from here. Just to continue in the direction we were going. So I can make sure that I don't crash into the Earth. That would be bad. Cut it now. Hopefully that'll be enough. I have momentum, but there's been times where like my orbit just completely shifted if I was too close to the Earth, and then I just plummeted. I definitely don't want that to happen here. That should be enough. Alright, now that we're going out a little ways, I'll have to change that maneuver to fit that. Yeah, as you can see, it's shrinking. Ugh. I'm just going to have to speed up time and hope for the best. Yeah, that is shrinking quite rapidly. We have enough. I think I might have to expand it. I have momentum, but that is shrinking at such a quick rate. I think I'm going to have to just add to it. Otherwise, bad things are imminent. Get on the dot. There we go. And we're going to do a full throttle burn just for a second, so I can be sure. Until we get past about here. It's actually a little too much, but that's expanding, so it'll be easier to expand to the moon's orbit. We should be okay right about now. I've got to save the rest of that fuel for expanding to the moon orbit. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's pretty stable now, so we should be okay. Wait until we are out of the danger zone. Yeah, we are gaining altitude once again. Not losing that much speed. Alright, we're okay. I don't think parachutes work on the moon, because those are normally, I think, require air. So my parachutes on the moon aren't really going to do much. That's okay. Orbit map. Yeah, we are no longer losing orbit. We are out of the gravitational field for right now of the Kerbal. We're still fairly level with everything. We're a little bit off from what just happened, but as long as I expand it the right way, we should still be able to get caught into that orbit. Okay, that's now going. Yep, now I can actually speed time up to the point. Actually, I need to fix that maneuver. So it is right here. Just like that. Yeah, okay. Now we'll speed up time a little bit, get closer to the node. A bit more. Right about there. Now we will position the rocket the correct way. Where's the blue? There's the blue! Too much. Slow down, please. Slow down. Please? Please slow down. Please! No, quit wobbling. Alright. SAS. Do your job. Okay. SAS, stop me from moving. Right. Almost. Right there. Perfect. Estimated time in about 1 minute. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Burning. It's quite a long burn, but shouldn't be too bad. those light blue markers. Target the moon. Oh no, that is my set target. Light. Guessing. Projected. Okay. Well, we've got a nice steady increasing orbit for that. Probably need to be checking this. Oh yeah, it's only at 10 seconds now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh crap, not that. Oh, so C doesn't cut off your engines. Good to know. Oh, it actually went a little bit too far. Ugh. Oh well. We can slow it down just a little. Oh, we do not have that much fuel. Oh crap. That used way more fuel than I thought. We might be stuck out in space. Crap. Crap-tastic. Okay, so slow us down a little bit. Very little fuel as possible. Yeah, it looks like Jebediah might be stuck in space. I don't know for a fact. But if I can get this to cross the moon orbit, I'm going to do the same exact thing I did last time and just speed up time a lot and see when I can get caught in the moon orbit. Which I might want to do now. Just until we get close enough to the moon. So, going to speed up time by for a while. And see if we can ever get close enough to get into the moon's orbit. Oh. Nope, we missed it. And it shrunk our orbit down. Dang it. Alright, we're going to have to expand orbit slightly. So, have it to where it goes around about once. Anytime would be nice. I get a lot of speed when I get up near Earth. It's like a slingshot. I will run out of fuel. I won't be getting back off the moon, so Jebediah, if I can get to the moon, Jebediah, Bill, and Bob are all going to be stuck on the moon. But at least they'll have a rover to play with. They won't be completely lonely and hopeless. Give it a slight burn. Actually, we're going to need a full burn. Until I run out of fuel. Which I believe we just did. Yeah, we just ran out of fuel. So, that's the conclusion to that. I think we just released the rover into space. Did we? Yeah, we did. It's still attached, though. Goodbye, rover. Oh, it's still attached. So that wouldn't have been good. What is it? Oh, nope, there it goes. Bye, rover. Bye. Alright, next time. Won't be tonight because I'm going to swap to a different game. But I won't have a very bad launch and waste a whole bunch of fuel. We are going to try and get I'm probably going to redo this one. I'm not going to leave Jebediah out in space because I want Jebediah to be the one to go and save Bob and Bill because Jebediah is my favorite. And I am very biased towards Jebediah. So I'm going to revert this launch. If you are coming in late, we did have a very bad launch where we wasted a lot of fuel, which is why I am now stuck in space. So probably here, maybe in the next week or so, I will have another stream where I do Kerbal. And we will finish this mission up, hopefully getting Jebediah to Bob and Bill. I'm going to swap to a different game and put it on another screen.